Welcome to a cozy little Sunday and Monday in my life as a business owner. If you have never heard of or seen me before, then hey, my name's Izzy. I run a retreats company that focuses on self-empowerment and helping people go from rock bottom to the best they've ever felt. And whilst this video might not be of a retreat or a retreat itself, hopefully this vlog gives you some inspiration or, at the very least, some food for thought. I hope you enjoy. This particular Sunday morning, the sun was just bursting through the trees when I woke up, and it just inspired me to get outside. So we hopped in the car and we drove to the wonderful Dumfries house, which is just a 7-minute drive from where we live in Scotland. And well, you'll see for yourself just how beautiful it is. Welcome to Dumfries house.
Yeah.
How cool is this place,
It's so cool. We've got trees, got water fountains, as you see.
And every time we go, like, just look at this. Every time we go, there is something else that we discover. So we came here on Friday, it's Sunday today, and we found this whole farm area. Yeah, it was just gorgeous. So we're gonna take a path today that we didn't take last time. Last time we were here, there was also a rainbow on the water fountain, or whatever you call it, which was pretty cool. So it is, what time is it? Like 9 a.m?
Yeah, 9 a.m.
And it is deserted, so it's very peaceful.
Someone inside.
It is so easy to take places near you for granted, isn't it, my love?
100%.
Like, we've been here since June, so June, July, August, 3 months. And we've come to Dumfries house a few times. It's only a 7-minute drive from us, but we kind of forget that it's here or take it for granted, and the places that are further afield become more desirable than the things on your very own doorstep. So, yeah, a reminder to go out and enjoy the things that you have around you that other people would love to live by, but you've just taken for granted. It has been such an intense week work-wise. I've got a retreat coming up mid-October and another one in May next year, and the interest for both has just been crazy. So it's been a very intense week with lots of calls, lots of admin stuff, lots of staring at screens and just being stuck at home, which is why, as much as I love filming and editing long form as opposed to short form, I was talking to Jordan, and I just don't think my life at the minute is interesting enough for somebody to want to watch it. But this weekend, yesterday went to Glasgow, and today, this morning, I just woke up and it was such a beautiful day, 23 degrees, sun streaming through. It's not going to be like that all day. And we, as I just said, have recently discovered so many more areas of Dumfries house that is just stunning. So I thought, let's make the most of it, head out for a walk, and we have literally just found another section of Dumfries house that we didn't realise was here before. And I thought I'd bring you along with me, because right now, no, my day-to-day isn't probably the most exciting, although I do feel like if I was somebody who was in a 9-to-5 and was really interested in people who are self-employed and the life of someone running retreats and what I do, I'd really want to see the behind the scenes. So maybe I'll show you a little bit of that, but it's been so nice. I set Saturday, yesterday aside to have no calls, to do no retreat work, and it was so needed. So we went to Glasgow and we did a test drive of a potential car that we're gonna lease, because we've had so many car troubles recently, and we've realised that what we want in life and what we want to use our money for is peace of mind. And when you lease a car through the business, I'm not going to go into it, but that gives you some peace of mind that owning a car does not. So we did that, and then we drove to IKEA because why not? Free parking. We don't really know Glasgow very well at all, so we thought IKEA's a great base point. So we went to IKEA. I bought a new desk, which was so cheap, and yet it's massive, and I think it looks incredible. So we came back last night after wandering around a few more shops. We had an ice cream by the River Clyde, and then on the way back we actually stopped by a couple of locks and explored a couple of other areas that we didn't even know existed before. Came home, and although I was shattered, I got very excited because enthusiasm is my middle name, and decided to set up the desk last night. So I was arranging it this morning, so I might do a little bit more of that later, making it look pretty, making the room look aesthetic. I'm still deciding how to make my office, like what vibe I want to go for. So if you've got any ideas, pop them in the comments. But yeah, today gonna do a couple of bits of work when I get back. But other than that, we're gonna have a chill, aren't we, my love?
We are indeed.
And see where the day takes us. So I hope you enjoy. Look at that view. Just I just suggested to Jordan about watching a movie tonight because I thought,
rare occasion, just saying.
yeah, it's a cute Sunday, but it's not something you hear me say often because I like Christmas films, I like Harry Potter, I like films where everything works out, everything's happy, and I don't get too emotionally invested in characters that then have really bad things happen to them. We're back from our walk and our little trip to Aldi now. I do have to do a little bit of work. I've got a lot of retreat applications to respond to, people to contact, people to reply to, and then I need to record a podcast episode and a few other bits and bobs. So I'm going to crack on with that. Jordan's got a few work bits to do as well, and then when we're done, we're going to come back together and do some more wholesome Sunday type things. Retreat messaging is now done, and we can move on to prepping and recording the podcast. I've been hearing so many people talking recently about how 1st of September for them is the beginning of autumn, the end of summer, and they're getting cozy, they're starting to buy their autumnal homeware, and I love that. I absolutely love that. I love decorating the house for the seasons, really appreciating the different seasons, because you don't need like tons going on in your life to feel a sense of joy and progress. I think celebrating the seasons is such a great way to feel like you're moving forwards, to feel like things are happening, and to enjoy the UK and the UK's weather. Even if it's not your favourite weather, you can enjoy it because it comes with specific things like pumpkins, like pumpkin lattes, like candle season, sweater season. So I am all for that. But it is a little bit strange because in my head, summer hasn't happened yet. Not only because I now live in Scotland and it's been raining for a lot of the summer, but because I have a retreat coming up in October, and that retreat is in Greece where it's going to be like 25 degrees for the whole month. So I'm getting ready for bikini season, not cozy season, which is a shame because I absolutely love cosy season. Autumn's probably my favourite season, so to be away in Greece, I ain't complaining, but it does throw off the headspace a little bit. That said, that is what I want this week's podcast to be about. So every Friday I release a new podcast episode, which you can find on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. And I'll be honest, I've been late this week. Usually, well, no, in the past I have a history of not getting my podcast done on time, but over the last month or so, I have been like clockwork. Every Friday, there's a new episode out. But this week, as I told you, has been crazy in terms of applications, and really it has been my priority. Podcasting has been something to keep myself accountable with and something that I know I can easily do. And there's no reason why I can't, because it only has to be 10 minutes or so. Sometimes they're an hour long, but it doesn't have to be long. And editing it doesn't really take that much time. It's something I can easily do, and there's not really much excuse. But it's not my priority. Hence, I didn't get it done for Friday this week. But it is Sunday, and I told everybody it would be out this weekend, so I better get started. Welcome back to the podcast. Hello again. It is now 4:15 and I've just hopped out the shower, so I'm feeling all fresh. I was very much overdue a shower. The sun is kind of peeking through the clouds, so it's still a really lovely summery afternoon. We've just been chilling, and I've got a retreat call at 5 o'clock, so I've got about 45 minutes. So I need to do a little bit of prep for that, and I think I'm going to tackle this room because I will be on Zoom over there, and I need to make sure that the background looks good on Zoom. So I need to probably take everything off there, take a picture of it if I do plan to sell it, and then dismantle it, which should free up a lot more space in this room and make it look a bit clearer. But every time I look in that direction at this desk, it probably doesn't look like much to you on here, but in person, I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. Time to dismantle it. An hour and a half later and my call is done. Usually retreat application calls take anywhere between, also I'm so zoomed in, it's just, it's the iPhone camera, there's no way around it. Yeah, usually retreat application calls take maybe like half an hour to an hour, depending on how much the person has to share. So an hour and a half is a particularly long one, but she was lovely. Been through so much and just really wants to feel better, and that's what this retreat's all about. So very excited to be able to give the opportunity to someone who needs something like this so much. And I know from all of the testimonials that we have and all of the people that have been through this retreat before that she's just going to feel like a new woman after this, which is so exciting. And that's the only reason I can be so passionate about these retreats, because I know that they work. So I'm starving, I want some food, and then I will need to basically send her an email wrapping up our conversation and send a payment link because she wants to book on for our May Self-Empowerment Retreat, and then I'll also drop her a WhatsApp just to check in with her there, and as soon as her deposit comes through, she'll be booked on, and time to get excited. So yes, great way to end the day by speaking to such a lovely human. And now I'm gonna, go and chill with Jordan and finish off a few last bits of work. Dinner time. Oh yeah. Like we, and it's like £6. Appreciate that. morning. It is about 6 o'clock, which is the time that Jordan and I usually wake up. I love how in the mornings now it's still kind of dark outside, which is something that you don't get in summer and something that I really love. So each morning we'll wake up at 6, I will stay chilling in the bedroom and Jordan will go into the lounge so we can both have some own time to ourselves to journal, to chill out. Jordan does a little bit of work, but for me, I find that if I work in the morning, like, that's not the point of mornings for me. Mornings for me are the chance to check in with yourself, to get excited for the day, however that looks, and to, yeah, just get ready and get excited and to feel good in yourself before the day really starts. So that's what I'm doing now. Recently, I've been starting the day by watching some vlogs just because they get me excited for the day, and I've got so much on my mind in terms of work at the minute with the retreat coming up so soon. So it gives me a chance to switch off, get excited, get motivated for the day, but also not let my brain wander into work mode. So bright this morning, but I think we've got a fun day planned. I mean, maybe not fun in your books, but I think it's going to be a good day. So Jordan and I are just going to head out on a morning walk. It's something we've been doing recently, one, because the weather has been better. We had a lot of rain, and so as soon as I then start seeing sun in the morning, it makes me want to get out. So it is about 8:30 now, which I appreciate is a luxury on a work day, especially a Monday. And so I definitely don't take it for granted that I get to work from home. And oh, I've been looking the wrong direction the entire time. I need to look this way. And that we can go out for morning walks. We've actually been reflecting recently at how getting into the habit of going for a walk before we start our work in the morning is really reminding me of COVID, and how you had to create your own structure and how you're only allowed to go out for a walk once a day. So you really made the most of it. And yeah, just a slower pace. So rather than us staying at home and just falling into the workday, actually going out, having a walk, then, like, I guess being more purposeful. So coming back, having breakfast, and then going into work, feeling like we've been outside, because we have, fresh-faced, energized for the day, rather than just rolling out of bed into work, which I really don't think is the best approach. Anyway, I've been trying to, as you may have seen in this video, not wear much makeup at all. My skin is always its best when I don't wear much foundation. So we're going to try the same approach today as well. I do have a few calls, so I think I've got a boxing PT session this morning. You've probably heard me talk about how much I love boxing and pad work sessions before, so I'm not going to go into that. Maybe I'll talk to you a bit about it later. So I've got that. The PT I go to is literally just a couple of minutes walk down the road, so it's really not far. So that is at 11:15. So once I get back from the walk, we'll have breakfast, I'll do a bit of work, do a bit of admin stuff. I've got a lot of retreat applicants to message. I know I did so much of that yesterday, but they come thick and fast. People respond, and I didn't reply last night after my call because I was so knackered. So yeah, and it was late and it's unprofessional, I think. So gonna do some of those this morning, head to boxing, and then when I get back, I have got a retreat application call pretty much just like straight away afterwards. Then I've got a meeting with a bunch of people from an organisation that I sometimes do work with, going into schools, unis, workplaces, delivering talks on positive psychology, essentially. And then I've got another retreat application call, and then usually I would run something called the Accountability Club, which is a weekly drop-in session for everybody that's ever been to a self-empowerment retreat of mine. They have a chance to just drop in and ask any questions. I'll give them a bit of guidance. There might be a theme for the week, But I have an assistant that helps me out in Greece and is very much a part of the guest journeys. So sometimes we alternate weeks, but he's had a lot going on recently. So I've actually done the last 3 weeks. But he's going to be leading the session tonight, so I won't be doing that. So I don't know what we'll get up to this evening, but yeah, looking forward to a great day and very much want to get out of the sun blinding me because I can't see anything and actually get outside and into it. So let's go. Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
How's your morning been?
Been nice, been productive, been chilled, and we've got the sun shining through, so can't complain.
For now.
Yeah.
It's meant to rain a lot later, but
How was your morning?
my morning was very cozy. Lit a candle. I love how dark it is in the morning and then the sun comes streaming through. I watched a video, I started editing this vlog, and yeah, I love the editing process, and it was nice to look back on what we did yesterday and go for the walks. That was cute. Yeah. We do the same little route every time. I don't know how many steps it is or how far it is, but it's not too short and it's not too long, is it, my love?
Just the right size.
I'm used to give all I have. I'm used to get nothing back. Wherever I go, it's the same. There's no excuses, no one to blame. Sometimes I can understand how it can be so hard to stay out of pain. But with you, everything has changed. Even though we both stay the same. Would you call me on the midnight train? Would you come over when nothing's right? Would you hold me tight?
We are back and I'm starving, so let's go make some breakfast.
I'm used to give up 100 times. It's never been worth it. But now there is so
I am back at the desk. Jordan and I just had a sit down chatting about what the plans are and the focus is for this week with the retreat, what the next steps need to be, and yeah, the main focus. So that's all done. I've got about an hour until I need to be at boxing, and I've got a ton of retreat messages to get through and applicants to reach out to. So I need to crack on with that. And then as soon as I'm back from boxing, I've got a retreat application call and then a little bit of downtime before that meeting that I mentioned, and then another retreat call. And then I think this evening we're gonna have a shower, an everything shower. We're gonna shave, we're gonna wash the hair. And yeah, I think that's gonna be a really nice way to end the day. So let's crack on.
would you hold me tight in the rain?
I am off to my PT session, off to do some pad work and whatever else the guy has in store for me. So for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you'll have heard me talk about boxing before, and I think I've also actually taken you along to a boxing session on one of my previous videos on YouTube before. But essentially, I used to be pretty adamant that, and I don't know if it's too windy, it might be too windy for you to hear me, but hopefully not. I used to be adamant that kind of getting a PT was a bit of a waste of money. They're expensive, and like one session tends to be the cost of a whole entire gym membership. And I grew up doing gymnastics, I love working out, so it's not really that hard for me to go to the gym and get a workout. But procrastination is real. There's not many good gyms nearby. I also find that I get decision fatigue, so being somebody who owns a business, I have to make all of the decisions with that business. Yeah, I get a bit of support from Jordan, but nobody's telling me what to do with my time or what to do, what things to decide. So then I have to go to the gym and have to make all the decisions there as well. I just prefer not to. So when I lived in Retford, our previous house, I found a PT and it was just brilliant. I did 30-minute sessions once every 5 days or so, and it was just, my body has never looked better from literally doing one 30-minute session a week. And so I really wanted to continue that when I moved to Scotland. So I recently found a PT 5-minute walk from me, and this will be my 4th or 5th session, I think. So looking forward to it. We'll see what he's got in store. I've got the tripod, so I'll try and put you up so you can see what sorts of things we do, and maybe it inspires you to get into boxing or exercise a bit more than you usually would. So someone that I've been watching a lot on YouTube is Zoe Ray, Molly May's sister, and I watch her a lot in the mornings because I find her really motivational. She's very authentic, she doesn't wear a lot of makeup, she exercises because she enjoys it, not because she wants to look good. And so yeah, I've been finding that really inspiring, so maybe this will inspire you too, who knows. But I'm probably running a little bit late, so I better get a move on.
Just moving them from that position.
Go. I am done. I didn't really want to film that much. I managed to get a couple of clips, but I didn't want to film much because it's only a half an hour session, and if I'm constantly having to move the phone around, move the tripod around, it kind of distracts from the session. So you got a little sneak peek. Yeah, it was a really great session we did, as you saw, some of the pad work. That was basically just the warm-up that I filmed. And then from there, did some exercises focusing on my back, because I really want to get back into being able to do pull-ups, because I used to be able to do quite a few of them, but since then my fitness has decreased, and yeah, I don't quite have the strength for that anymore. So I'd love to be able to get back to that. Gonna head back home now. The call that I was meant to have straight after the workout has been rescheduled for Wednesday, so I've got a little bit of time to chill, take things a bit slower, and yeah, just potter about with a few bits of work before my next meeting. And we are back from boxing. I've freshened up a little bit, scraped back the hair, put on some much needed deodorant. My call's at 2, so I've got a couple of hours. So I think what I'm gonna do is edit a bit more of this vlog that you're watching so I can get it out as soon as possible. And then I kind of want to get something out on socials, Instagram at least. Social media is not something that comes massively naturally to me. Posting on Instagram stories, love it. Comes really easily. I'm a sharer. I love just grabbing the phone and doing it in the moment, showing you like an amazing sunrise or just whatever makes me smile. But when it comes to going through a camera roll, picking pictures or like posing for photos and then coming up with a caption, to me it feels less authentic and more crafted, which isn't really what I want to give out to the world. And I think that's why I prefer long form content like this, because it's me unfiltered, just raw, coming to you, a lot less edited, and just showing you or telling you how it is. So I think I might put in a little bit of effort today to try and get a post out, whether that's a reel or some pictures or something. I'll just go through my camera and see what's there, to be honest. Obviously just from the last couple of days, see if there's a nice picture that we took in Glasgow or something I can capture today. So yeah, this is where I'm going to be for the next few hours, editing the vlog, creating a social media post, and then having my meeting, and then probably have a late lunch around 3 o'clock, or maybe I'll make a protein shake if I get a bit hungry in between. It is 5:30 now, and yes, I'm back at the desk. I promise you I've not been here this entire time. I've got a call in 25 minutes with a retreat applicant, which should be fun. I've had my meeting and I've chilled and done some more work, but there was just no point in filming it all because it would have been terribly boring. So I think I'm going to bring this little vlog to a close now. But as I said at the beginning, hopefully it has been somewhat inspiring, or at the very least given you some cozy vibes and possibly some food for thought, which is all I ever intend to do. If you like this video, please do give it a big thumbs up, a big like, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and let me know in the comments what you want to see, because I do have some exciting stuff coming in the next couple of months. So I obviously got my retreat in October and we'll be out in Greece for 3 weeks. So I can definitely record what we get up to before the retreat, and then maybe even if I think that we can manage it alongside running the retreat itself, I might just record what we get up to during the retreat, which is something I promised in the prep video that I put out for our very first retreat. a whole year ago now, but I just didn't have enough footage to show you exactly what went on throughout the week. And then after I come back from the retreat, I've got a handful of workshops in a place called Stirling, just north of where I live in Scotland, which should be really, really awesome because I love taking you with me to workshops. And Stirling is such a beautiful place, and I'm hoping to possibly explore around it after the workshop to make the most of the trip. And then end of November, I am running a refresh retreat for people that came along to my May 2024 retreat. So that's going to be really exciting. It's in Scotland, but that is all I can tell you because everything about it is a surprise for the people going. I'm really trying to put them outside of their comfort zone. And the last refresh retreat that we did, we didn't tell the guests what was happening, what they were doing, or basically where they were going, and they loved it. So that's the vibe for this next one, and who knows, maybe I will be able to record a bunch of what we get up to and post it as another video for you. But if you've got any other ideas and stuff that you want to see that doesn't involve me having to have stuff going on, stuff that you want to see, whether that is my morning routine in more detail or some tips or tricks or even a Q&A, then please pop your suggestions in the comments because I don't know what you want to see. And I've really, really enjoyed filming this for you guys. So if there's enough people saying that they've enjoyed it and they like it and they want to see more, then of course I will do more because, as I said, I enjoy it. So I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, whatever the time is, and I will see you in a future video at some point in the future.